All right. So.
Now.
All right.
Okay. 49.
Clap your hands. You clap louder than me. You can hardly hear that little clap on there.
No.
Help me out, brother.
Nope.
Ooh, that was good.
That was good.
Hi, everybody. This is Travis from Thrive Fitness, back with episode 49 of our question and answer session with Jerry. How are you today, Jerry?
Pretty well.
Doing
How are
pretty
you?
good? I'm well.
Yeah?
I'm well. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
So, I'm glad. You had nice time off and rested up and...
Yeah, we had a couple days off. Nice vacation.
Yeah.
Got to see the sun a little bit.
That's always
hung out with the dolphins a little bit.
Yeah. Not the manatees, though.
Not the manatees. We didn't get to see
They stayed away. They knew we were coming to town. Anyway, you got your natural vitamin D and...
Yeah, I definitely got plenty of that. I didn't get very... Oh my goodness, Kate's forehead.
I heard she texted me this morning. I
told her it looks like the Batman symbol. How it's peeling.
I told her
funny.
my last words to her when we were riding back home was, Kate, you need to put a lot of lotion
on it. Yeah.
So she texted me this morning and told me, so what did I say? Lather up. And I said, get some of Jerry's coconut oil he uses on his hair.
Yeah.
Put it on your forehead. So, yeah.
I'll wait for that question. Where's your hair coconut oil?
Anyway, so. All right. So
let's roll.
Here's our random question of the day. Okay. What's the one book that you have read that taught you something that you still use today?
Oh my goodness. The one book?
The one most important book. If somebody would ask you.
So from a personal standpoint, I'll go from a personal standpoint and then professional standpoint. So fitness and then just like self-improvement. How to win friends and influence people. And I think that that's kind of like a standard answer for anybody who's read any kind of self-help, because most people have read that book. I've read it a handful of times, and every time you read it and you understand and you do it, and then it kind of goes away, and then you read it again, you understand, you do it. You catch little tidbits, a little more here and there, but it's something you can definitely read over and over again, because that's just something you have to work on all the time. Like saying people's names is in there, and that's very simple. Just say people's names whenever you're talking to them. Every time you see them, hi Kevin, how are you? Hi Kyle, how are you? Hi Shannon, how are you? Hi, So just saying their name constantly. So it's just things like that, and it's a very basic. It's not anything that's too in depth and too it's just basic stuff. But it's once you read it, you go, yeah, well, duh, that makes sense. But you just never really, it's not really there in your brain to really appreciate that these are things that are important to people. And important to relationships. Right. So,
did you know that on that note that Teddy Roosevelt knew he knew every single, never forgot a name, and even his slaves, everybody, and he knew their names.
His stories, I think, partly in that book. So I guess I think he wrote down, he'd carry a notebook around with him, as far as I remember, and he'd write down, after he met somebody, he'd write their name, and then like just some details about their appearance, and then about the conversation that they had. That way, whenever he ran into him again, obviously if you write it down, you're going to be a little more likely to remember them, and the details. And then,
another thing you can do to remember someone's name is when they tell you their name, see it across their forehead.
See it across the forehead?
Their forehead.
Yeah. See, now what always helped me is saying it immediately after. So if someone comes to me, hi, my name's Evan. Oh, hi, Evan. It's a pleasure to meet you. So, Evan, tell me about yourself. Right. You see what I mean? So kind of repeat it a couple times after you meet them.
Right.
And then as far as professionally goes, fitness-wise, man, a bunch of them pop into my head. However, I'm going to go to I think it was Functional Training for Sports. I can't remember which edition it was. Anyway, it's Mike Boyle's book. Mm-hmm. He has 3 of them out. He had the first one I read, it was pretty good. It was the second one that really helped me a lot, and that kind of got me down the path of where we are now as far as how we kind of lay our programming out, how we pick the exercises that we do, kind of the reasoning of why we pick them, assessing people, and things along those lines. So that's definitely a fantastic book. If you're a personal trainer and you're looking to have a good understanding, or just looking to get into fitness, or just want to have an understanding of how you should do things yourself, anything from Mike Boyle is going to be a good start. Dan John's always, his books are always a great thing. I use something out of every one of his books, and I think I have 5 of them right now, which isn't even all of them. Mm-hmm. So, those would be my picks.
Very good.
Yeah, what do you think? Give us your nutrition pick.
My nutrition pick?
Yeah, your nutrition pick.
Well, it's not technically a nutrition book.
Okay.
But I think that I think it's critical. I loved the book The Power of Habit on building habits. I think that
well, it's not directly about nutrition.
No,
I'm sure probably references nutrition and diet in there a little
and
bit.
Exercise
However,
and all that, but
it is directly correlated.
Right.
Your nutrition and habits.
Yeah, that was, I read that book 2 or 3 years ago now, and it was just so eye-opening. Mm-hmm. After I had, I didn't have any formal nutrition training or even teaching when I was losing my weight.
You were just told what to do.
Was just told, this is what you do.
Right.
And that was it, and just do it.
Right.
But it's all about, in that book, it was just like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that's what to do. But I don't know if I had a guardian angel on my shoulder or what, but it was it's what some of that stuff I did it. Well, and I didn't know that that it was important to do.
I think you're one of the lucky ones. Mm-hmm. Like, you're and we talk about this all the time. You're the exception, not the rule. So, nutrition is just a bunch of habits thrown together, right? Mm-hmm. And I think you're lucky enough, as far as being able to pick up on things goes. Whenever you were told to do something, you just made it a habit, and that's just what you did all the time. And you didn't really change. Like, whenever you came to me and started training here, you were doing the same thing that your other trainer was telling you to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, you just automatically made it a habit. Mm-hmm. Whereas with most of the nutrition regimen you went through, most of that is built for short term.
Yeah.
Like quick fix.
Right. Exactly.
Type of results. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't allow for enough time for most people to build it into their habits. Not that how you were eating was a great way to do it, but nonetheless, it got you to where you wanted to go, right? Mm-hmm. Pretty quick.
Right. It would not have been, thank God I came up that one day and asked you that question and met you, but it was like, my whole fear was, I can't eat like this the rest of my life. I can't, because it's not sustainable.
Right.
It wasn't, I won't say healthy, but it wasn't what the average person could do. So, that was my fear and it's like everyone's fear is, how are you going to maintain this weight loss if you don't know what to do?
Yeah.
So, it was kind of cool. But that book I would recommend to anybody, no matter any kind of change you're wanting to make in your life.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a good book. And then I guess for personal, I don't know. I think Daring Greatly.
It's a good one too. Definitely.
It's really good about vulnerability and shame and guilt, and I think it was that one. Yeah, it wasn't The Gifts of Imperfection, but I think that was really a good book too. I think for people to understand where people are coming from, where you're coming from, things that you have that maybe have held you back, wanting to achieve things in your life. So that was a pretty good one too. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good. All right. Question number 1 is from Jerry, not this Jerry. Would be my husband. What advice would you give to someone who come to you about should they stay on their nutrition plan on vacation, or what's the best advice that you would give to someone
going on vacation?
Right.
So this
who
is
maybe lost some weight and they're doing really well, and now this obstacle, which vacation is not an obstacle, but it is when it comes to staying on a plan or what.
So this is a question that we get asked a lot, and so first of all, I guess it depends on what you really want to get out of your vacation and what you want to continue to get out of your nutrition. Now it's easy to go on vacation, completely fall off the wagon and then not get back on. And then some people can get back on and be fine. Now, if I were to tell someone asked me a question, what I would say is, try and start your day off right, first of all. So try and start that off right, okay? So with whatever it is you generally eat. And then after that, just pick your battles. And what I mean by that is, a lot of people like to drink more on vacation. That's fine. Just decide if you want to drink more or if you want to have more cake or whatever it is.
Cookies.
Yeah, cookies or whatever.
Ice cream.
More ice cream, more sandwiches, more fried foods, whatever it is. So start your day off right with whatever it is you would normally eat, eggs and bacon, whatever it is you eat for breakfast, and then after that, just pick your battles. Make sure you're keeping it relative. And I think a lot of people, not everybody, but I think a lot of people are surprised that they don't actually put on. Hillary and I had this conversation a couple of times. She'd go on vacation and she'd come back and she lost weight. Mm-hmm. And I think that you might be surprised on, number one, if you like to go out and do things, how active you actually are, and then how much you actually don't eat. If you're out, most people, you think about vacation like at the beach. Like you go out to the beach, you don't eat. If you're out there for 4 hours, you're probably not eating a whole lot. You know what I mean? Or at the pool or whatever it is. So you might be surprised. But, just be mindful, pay attention to what you're doing, and pick your battles. Like, which one do you really want? Do you want the drink, or do you want
eat more carbohydrates?
Yeah, the carbohydrates. And then I think you'll be fine. Start the day off right with what you normally have, and then pick and choose from there.
That's a good answer. I like that.
What do you think? Would you put anything else in there?
No, I would exactly say the same thing. You don't want to, it's really not feasible, I don't think, for people to go on vacation and stay on a very strict diet. I just don't, I think it probably stresses you more and you're not going to enjoy yourself. And that's what vacations are all about. It's just kind of just to relax and chill back.
Yeah.
Do I think that you can go and eat anything you want all day long? I think some people can do that. I think that depends on how active you want to be. But I do think, and that's the advice I give, is try to one of your meals to be on your plan.
Yeah.
And breakfast probably is the easiest one to do.
Because I think if you start your day off right, then you might have a higher likelihood of making better choices the rest of the day. You think?
Right. Yeah, I think so. But, I agree. I don't think people realize, at least I find that I don't eat probably as much on vacation as I eat here in a structured environment, because you're just out doing stuff all the time and having fun. And like you said, you go to the beach, you can't be hauling down, I guess you could take a bit cooler, but you don't have a microwave there, and you got to worry about stuff going bad. So I think that overall, I tend to think people probably eat less on vacation. So, and like you said, enjoy yourself, choose your battles. I do believe you have to decide between alcohol or carbohydrates. I don't think the combination works out very well for most people. So do what you pick what you want most.
And then I think, importantly, at the end of the day, well, literally at the end of the vacation, don't be surprised. Just don't be surprised. Like if you went out and you did whatever you wanted to do, that's fine. That's okay. But don't be surprised if you put on 5 pounds.
Right. And don't think it's the end of the world, because 9 times out, all you got to do is get right. If you get right back on your program, that's going to come off within 3 or 4 days if you get right back on.
Yeah.
Now, and that's something that people have to know about themselves is are you strong enough mentally to come back home and get right back on it? So I think that most people would agree. I would like to be told, do what you want, but when you come back, get right back on it. So you have to know that about yourself.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that. And especially if you're early into a program, I think that makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
definitely.
Good.
Jerry, good question.
All right, question number 2 is from Brett. Is bacon bad for you?
This is the one that I thought you were going to ask.
Yeah.
Is bacon bad for you? These are all nutrition questions.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
It's fine. Is bacon bad for you?
That's what people don't know about, though. I like that you're answering them. I get to sit back and get a different perspective. And
follow up. Tell me if I'm wrong.
You're never wrong, Jerry.
Anyway.
You're not. Very often.
Is bacon bad for you? The answer is I'm not going to... I can't... Good or bad is not in my vocabulary. Is bacon the thing that people think that it is? Artery clogging and so on and so forth? It's not. It is not that. Fat is something that it's been, for the most part, debunked of causing high cholesterol, clogged arteries, so on and so forth. I'm not going to go much further down that rabbit hole. The concern with bacon is how it's preserved. And most bacon, 90% of what you find at the store is preserved, which means it has nitrites or something else. It's been cured to some extent.
That's what
So what you want to look for is uncured bacon. And uncured means it hasn't been preserved with nitrates. Those are the things that have been linked to cancer or have been linked to being. They are the carcinogenics that you're worried about when it comes to bacon. But as far as worrying about the fat content and things like that, then no. Now, with that being said, do you want to have as much pasture-raised pork as possible over farm-raised? Yes. Then you're just talking about something else. And that's with any other kind of meat. You want to have pasture over farm-raised. But as far as the fat content of the bacon, no, I cook my eggs in bacon fat.
I did that too.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, I think I told you this when we were recently out of town. I found the uncured bacon the first time, and we ate bacon and eggs every day for breakfast. Yeah. It was wonderful. Yeah. It was wonderful. Anyway, I found uncured bacon the first time I went to the store, and I guess it's probably been a good 2 or 3 years since I've had regular bacon.
Yeah.
So the second time I went to the store, I went to a different store. They didn't have uncured, so I had to buy regular bacon. And my husband, who's not the healthiest eater at all, said to me, I tasted it right away, how much saltier, which salt is a preservative.
Yeah.
That's how they preserve meat. How much saltier that bacon was than the bacon we had been eating. And he said to me that morning, he goes, why is this? He says, is that bacon really salty to you? And I said, yeah, it's because it's cured bacon. Yeah. So
the other thing I feel like is it wilted a lot more.
It's not as
like the uncured bacon stayed pretty thick, and it wasn't. The cuts don't seem to be much thicker.
No.
But I felt like the cured bacon wilted to nothing pretty easily.
Yeah. So that's the difference, and that's what you need to be looking for when you're looking at bacon.
Yeah.
Is it cured or uncured? And
Jinx.
There's a lot. They have I know about 3. Do you remember when all you could find was Applegate? Then Hormel came out with theirs. Then we had Simple Truth.
Yeah.
And then now Oscar Mayer has uncured. You're going to pay a little bit more.
Yep.
For it, but it's so much better for you, and it just tastes better. It really does. So good question, Brett.
Thanks, Brett.
So eat your bacon.
Yeah.
43 calories a slice. Ask me how I know that.
I don't need to know.
Okay, and our third question is from Hillary. Is there a certain brand or type of multivitamin, fish oil, and vitamin D you recommend?
So with multivitamins, you can eliminate probably, if you walked into a GNC, you can eliminate 90 to 95% of the multivitamins in there. The problem is, number one, 90 to 95% of them are synthetic, so your body doesn't.
Hello.
We'll let it roll.
Okay.
hit the off button.
Off
you have
button.
to pick it up. Okay. If you're calling to ask a question, sorry that we just ignored you.
Maybe we should take them live.
That'd be good.
Start doing that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway, so multivitamins, most of them, they're mostly synthetic, so your body doesn't assimilate them, doesn't utilize them quite as well. Also, most multivitamins give you way too much, so you're just excreting just a lot of it. It's just a lot of it's just a waste of money. So again, you can eliminate about 90 to 95%. What you want to look for in a multivitamin is whole food multivitamin. Mm-hmm. Okay, mm-hmm. You can also get powdered greens.
Yeah.
We have Macro Life.
Yeah, this would be almost better, I think.
Yeah, well, because it doesn't have to be put into that powder form or into that pill form, mm-hmm. which means they have to put something into it to make it hold the form.
Right.
So that's what I would do there. Look for something whole foods. We have Macro Life Macro Greens, which is the powder that we use. It's our powder. They have a bunch of other ones out there.
Foods and there's a whole bunch out there. And you would just like mix those. You can put those into your shakes in the morning, or if you like grassy tasting things, you can drink it in some water. I don't think it was too bad. I didn't.
You don't think so?
Well, but
it's just
I've been told my tasters.
You're the exception, not the rule.
My tasters run, so it's not bad.
And then as far as fish oil goes, mm-hmm. with fish oil, you want to make sure, number one, that you're not buying one and getting one free, because odds are, if you're buying 200 tablets and getting 200 free, the quality is just not there. It just you just have to look at it and say, if I'm paying $8 for 200 and I'm getting 200 for free, there's something missing. Mm-hmm. So, number one, look at that. Yeah, you should pay a little more for it, but it still doesn't have to be extremely expensive. For instance, ours is, I think,
something.
Yeah, it's $12. It's Betancourt Essentials, I think, is what we have, and it's 100 tablets. So $12 for 100 tablets. It's still going to last you for a while. It's still cheap. Mm-hmm. It's just not 200 and 200 for free. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, that's going to be loaded with mercury and other things because of the types of fish and how the fish are raised and so on. You want to make sure it's small fish that are in the fish oil. So the smaller the better, because the bigger the fish, the more likely that they
have mercury.
Yeah, they have mercury in them, and also they have other contaminants because they can just hold a lot more mass, obviously. So the smaller the fish, the better, and that's about it. Dark bottle, mm-hmm. right? Because you don't want, if it's a clear bottle, it sits out, it's going to start to oxidize, and then you're getting to a whole other message.
Yeah, light oxidizes that, and you do see. I was surprised. I don't know where it was. But they had fish oil in light colored bottles, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Don't buy that.
Yeah. So, dark color bottle. Don't try and get the best deal. Pay a little bit of money for it. Look for small fish. And what was the last?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this goes back to the multivitamin. I don't want to say issue, but the multivitamin question. I don't think that most people should take a multivitamin, because it's,
again, if you're eating a balanced diet, I think.
Well, if you're nutritionally balanced, there are just a handful of things that most people are deficient in, and you can get blood tested on them. Vitamin D is one of them that most people are deficient in, depending on what part of the country you live in, and depending on how often you get outside and what type of year it is. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, in our part of the country, most of us don't go outside a whole lot in the winter and the fall. It's just the way it is. It's cold, it's snowy, no one wants to be outside. So, that's the time that you might want to take more vitamin D. 3 vitamin Ds?
Vitamin D3.
Oh, sorry.
Were you going to go there? Okay.
Commence.
All right. Vitamin D3 is where you were.
That's where I was?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you were.
I was reminding you. That's the one you want to take. Vitamin D3.
You were talking about it.
I just said that's the one that you want to take. That's the one that our body synthesizes from sunlight and can utilize. Yeah, because there's vitamin D2 out there, but yeah, you need to take vitamin D3.
Okay. So to follow up,
before you were so rudely interrupted.
Yeah. Sorry, we had a random camera crash there. Anyway, what Trevis was saying is vitamin D3 is what you want to look for. That's the majority of what you're going to find anyway. But anyway, there's a lot of anyways in there.
Yeah.
Go ahead before I...
No, you're done. That's it.
Because that's what your body naturally
makes from sunlight. Mm-hmm.
From sunlight. So vitamin D3 is what you want to look for. But going back to, so the multivitamins, your body, most of those things your body just doesn't need if you're eating a nutritionally balanced diet. If you're getting some greens, a good amount of greens, if you're getting some fruits and vegetables in on a regular basis throughout the day, if you're getting, some quality meats in, some healthy fats, you're going to get a lot of what you're going to find in a multivitamin. So you just don't need it. It's just a waste of money, number one. Number two, your body's just going to excrete it all, a lot of it. And then number three, it may actually be doing more harm than good because your body is just like getting built up with some of the things that...
your fat solubles is... You can get too much of that. Yeah. Water soluble, you're just going to flush out.
Yeah, you're going to flush that out.
But if you get too much of the fat soluble vitamins, then those are the ones that can store up and cause you problems.
Yeah. So, with that being said, vitamin D is one of the things that most people should take, especially in this area, especially in the winter and in the fall. You should do that. And then, there are a couple other minerals that people should think about taking: zinc and magnesium. Vitamin C, especially again the winter and the fall. You're just talking about helping your immune system, boosting your immune system. And outside of that, unless you have some sort of natural imbalance, or some sort of something
disease that going to
iron, or then you don't really need a multivitamin per se. Now,
again, I think you're better off to get it from your food.
Yeah,
just to
get
look
it from your food when you can. If you feel like you need a multivitamin, or your blood tests say that you need a multivitamin, look for whole food. With the fish oil, spend a little bit of money. Don't go looking for buy one get one free. And it was interesting. One of my this was 5-6 years ago, I think. One of my clients was telling me about that, and how their parents had started taking fish oil because they were told to, and they went back, they were feeling, their blood pressure or something was up, and got their blood tested, and their mercury level was real high, and because of the fish oil. They were getting, I'm not going to say
who wouldn't get buy one get one free.
I did it. Yeah, I know, I did it too.
I would have done it.
But anyway. So that's that.
Is that it?
That's it. You have anything?
No, I don't have anything to add. You did very good. A+, Jared. A+.
You're so kind.
All right. Thanks everyone for sending in the questions. We'd like to share with you where we have this coming Saturday. There's a workshop here on meditation and stress-reducing foods.
July 30th. July 30th. So if you're watching this 3 months from now, it's not
don't bother coming out.
July 30th, 2016.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. 11 a.m. Stop by and spend some time with us, and it's free, and you might learn something.
Absolutely.
And you get to see Jerry in person.
It's going to be fantastic. Meditation and stress-reducing foods.
Exactly.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. So any questions you have, please send those in to at the Thrive Pack, or you can send those to me, Trevis, at thriveforstrength.com. That's TREVES. I didn't run this past him, but also if there's any topics that you would like to see covered on Thrive TV, is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, send those in too. So thanks everyone.
I'm the dictator. She has to make sure she runs everything past me.
He is. He is. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.